There's a lot of mean women out there who are partnered up with mean and abusive men, men who have questionable characters and who've done a lot of bad things. But these women will go to bat for these men that are mean, but but these women will go out of their way to undercut, undermine, betray, and belittle other women and attack women publicly. And that to me is merely a sign of a couple of things. One, that this woman is very insecure, and two, that this woman is not very happy in this relationship that she has with this man, and three, that this woman is very dangerous. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men who have experienced abuse, as well as those who've been perpetrators of abuse and other violent crimes. One of the things that I wanted to come on here and talk about, there's been a lot of chatter online between content creators, people and celebrities and things like that kind of go through this very similar dynamic that I'm talking about. One of the things that you need to be aware of is that there are women out there, and a lot of times when women are involved with a man that has a questionable character, that's been imprisoned, has assaulted or abused other women and or children, usually that woman is very insecure. However, this woman could be very mean and be a bully towards other women as well. And so what they will do is when they view other women as threatening, um, you know, um, they will go out of their way to be mean to other women. And the way that they go out of their way to be mean to other women is that they will publicly try to embarrass them, shame them, betray them. So they'll try to drag out some of their personal business. They'll engage in name calling and other tactics of belittling. They will, try to, drag out their personal laundry, all sorts of tactics that they will try to do, and also in this age and age, where people have followings, what they will try to do is they'll try to, get their followers to go after, these women as well. The reason I bring up the dynamic of a woman being in a relationship with an insecure man is you often have women that are very narcissistic or very toxic at the very least, that are, that are bullies in their own right. But a lot of them are saddled up with men who are even bigger bullies, right? And they will chase this man, to the depths of the earth, knowing that man has, questionable characters. He might be a womanizer, a misogynist, an abuser of women, an assaulter of women, may have a prison record and things like that. But a lot of times the way that this couple, they're not happy together. They will put on airs like they're happy together. And I'll tell you, a couple that's happy, you don't really have any interest in putting anyone down because you got your own stuff, right? You're busy with your own life. You're satisfied. You don't really care about what anybody else is doing. I mean, you might care, but it's not to the point where you want to get involved or go out of your way to throw salt on a wound or be mean to somebody, right? That's not the symptom or a trait of a happy person or a happy couple. So whenever you see people that are doing that, if you're not like sort of trying to defend yourself, but if you're just sort of coming out of the woodworks and you're just attacking somebody, that's not a sign or symptom of a person that's, one, a good person or a happy person. But two, the way that this couple bonds is over bullying people. And that's one of the telltale traits of how you know this man is dangerous towards women. This couple will bond over abusing women. And this woman will go out of her way to attack a woman, especially if she perceives you as pretty or smart. And she won't ever tell you this, but when she sees that you're pretty or you're smart or you have a trait that's going on for yourself in some way, she views you as a threat to this relationship that she has with the man, because she knows what she's got. She knows that she's got a womanizer. She knows that she's got a cheater or a beater at home. She knows exactly what she's got. She doesn't want you to know what she's got, but she knows exactly what she's got. And so there is that threat there that you could threaten or undermine that relationship, or you threaten her in some way. And it could be something as simple as this man has complimented you. Maybe he told her that he thought that you were pretty or smart, or he said something in passing that she immediately internalized and viewed that as a threat. There is no end to how far a woman will go to pursue and antagonize a woman that she views as a threat. There's women who've even gone after this in a murderous sense, and that her and her man have gotten together and killed a woman that maybe he slept with. There's a Lifetime movie about this. I forget what it's called, but if anybody knows, please put that in the comments. It's a classic Lifetime movie where it was a high school couple. They were both going to I think it was Air Force and the Navy or something like that. And this couple had gotten together very young, and the boy had cheated on his girlfriend with another girl who ran track. Oh gosh, I've seen this movie like probably a dozen times. I know that's bad, but anyway, it's a good one. And so, but she's like, you need to make it up to me by killing this woman. I hate her. You need to hate her too. She's come between us. And both of them were toxic individually in their own right. But the way that they sort of bonded is by getting rid of this woman together. And so that's why I say the women who do this kind of stuff are extremely dangerous, and you want to be careful about that, because she can be dangerous in her own right towards another woman. And a lot of times women like this have a history of bullying and things like that, and they may, especially if it's like a sister or a mother or something like that, you may have dealt with one of them in your family that may have bullied you coming up. But boy, oh boy, when they get that man that's no good, and we all know it, woo, that's a totally different woman. And, her and that man may bond together over, embarrassing you in front of the whole family at Christmas, or they may bond together over, calling you out on social media and telling you that you're ugly and this and that and the other and the whole thing. And he may be encouraging her to do it while he may have secretly complimented you or even coveted you at a certain point. And he's not going to stop doing that, but they will still bond together over doing bad things to you, mistreating you, abusing you, and being downright ugly, and in some cases dangerous or life-threatening towards you. And that's the way that they seek that closeness, is by abusing that third person, by focusing on being as mean as they can, as abusive as they can. They actually sort of bond over that. But be mindful of these mean women. It's so not okay. And I see, unfortunately, we're in a culture now, and a culture like this sort of waxes and wanes. Hey, I grew up with Jerry Springer, so I know, if you grew up watching Jerry Springer, then you know what I'm talking about. But I think the culture that we're in now is more dangerous because we're in the culture of social media. Even back then, when watching Jerry Springer, social media wasn't what it is today. But in social media, you could certainly polarize an audience. You could polarize people's views, so you can get other people involved in the mix. If you have a larger audience or a larger following, to create more damage and a lot more harm. Things that people may never be able to recover from, or things that really take a psychological or emotional toll on you. So I hope that helps. Be careful of women and men who are like this. Thank you.